South Enders no longer forgotten? Well, that's the promise tonight from the Louisville mayor, and it's our top story for you right here on the Night Team. Hi, everybody. Thanks for being with us. I'm Doug Proffitt. Historically, South Louisville has screamed, hey, remember us. WHAS11 Night Team's Clarice Shaley and photojournalist Levi Hammer have more on who's going to be turning a vacant Frisch's Big Boy into a brand new restaurant.
Dixie Highway is a Southwest Louisville anchor, but residents don't always feel that way.
Too often wasn't included in our city's planning. That's wrong.
In all kinds of neighborhoods, like Iroquois.
There's more to South Louisville than just PRP and Valley Station.
Dixie Highway buildings sitting vacant or coming back to life. 4 projects in PRP and Valley Station are coming from a $3 million South End Development Fund to jumpstart the main South End corridors. It's the first thing Mayor Craig Greenberg said in his State of the City address.
I heard South End residents tell me time and time again that they needed more retail stores and restaurants. We listened and acted.
The former Frisch's Big Boy at St. Andrew's Church Road will soon be a Longhorn Steakhouse. Drive down Dixie Highway and you see fewer food options until you get to Park Place Mall. A Freddy's frozen custard and steak burgers is already under construction.
We've been trying to find a great location on Dixie Highway for some time.
Eddie Williams, the owner of the local Freddy's restaurant, says he expects this location to open by early July and credits Metro government.
But the contacts that they provided for us in moving things through permitting and things like that, absolutely invaluable.
About a 15 to 20 minute drive away from those developments here in Iroquois, the Neighborhood Association president tells me she would like to see those same investments close by.
We've had businesses close in the Iroquois Manor Shopping Center. Specifically, the CVS has moved out. In my opinion, some of it has to do with shoplifting.
Susie Wessel, president of Iroquois Neighborhood Association, is happy for the needed investment, but she'll still have to drive elsewhere to shop where businesses nearby have closed. With photojournalist Levi Hammer, Clarice Shaley, WHAS 11 Night Team on your side.
The other businesses that are developing along Dixie Highway are Crumble Cookies, and the locally owned Derby City Pizza Company is expanding at its current location. Also, the big news today, our first look at how the vacant Humana building will be turned into a major convention-style hotel. The locally owned Poe Companies is heading up the project, costing upwards of $700 million. It'll transform the 27-story downtown building into a 1,000-room hotel on scale with the Gold House hotels. Also, public safety in the state of the city today. The mayor says violent crime is down by 40% since he took office. He says there were fewer shootings in 2025 than any year in the last decade. And tonight, take a look. This bridge was never connected. You see it here from the drone to a road on Plantside Drive near South Taylorsville Road. This snowy drone video recorded by the mayor's office. Greenberg announcing a $3 million East End investment fund to connect this bridge.
Here's a bridge to nowhere. You probably didn't even know it existed in Louisville. It's waiting for Plantside Drive to be expanded south to Taylorsville Road. Right now, that road is a dead end while traffic backs up every day all around it. This year, we'll finish the plans to help ease the traffic nightmare that's plagued this area for the past 2 decades.
There you have it, another big promise. He says this will improve East Louisville roads and make neighborhoods easier to access. Right now, tonight at 11, we've got another mostly clear night across Kentuckiana tonight, and that means those temperatures are really going to be down there again in the really cold territory. Now, with the first look at Friday's weather, Chief Meteorologist Mallory Schnell is joining me here at 11. So colder or February normal tomorrow for Friday, Mallory?
Pretty much near normal, actually. It should be quite a nice day. Chilly in the morning, yes. Temperatures will be in the 20s, but we should quickly warm into the mid-40s by lunchtime. Highs climb into the low to mid-50s by the afternoon with lots of sunshine and a light south-southwest wind. Temperatures tonight have already dropped pretty quickly. Yes, into the 30s. We might even have a couple of upper 20s in Brandenburg and E-Town, Shepherdsville as well. It's 39 currently in Louisville. Max HD satellite satellite and radar showing mostly clear conditions. So the clouds that we had around today cleared out quickly this evening, and that's what's going to help allow those temperatures to drop even further overnight. So be aware of some slick spots, yes, where we still have those bigger mounds of icy snow on the sides of roads or parking lots that have been gradually melting and then refreezing at night as these temperatures do drop down into the 20s. Looking ahead to this weekend, we do have rain chances returning. I'll be timing that out for your Valentine's Day coming up in a few minutes.
Mallory, thank you. More top stories for you on the night team. A bill to strengthen Indiana's cooperation with ICE is one step closer to becoming law. This bill passed the House in Indianapolis. 60-28 was the vote today. The bill has several parts to it, including punishments for employers who knowingly hire staff members who are in the United States unlawfully. It also requires the State Department of Corrections in Indiana to create standards for county jails to show they cooperate with detention requests. During the discussion today, Democrats criticizing the bill for supporting the agency, but its sponsor argues it aligns Indiana with federal law.
This bill gets us to a place where we as a state are not a sanctuary state. We are going to cooperate with ICE. We are going to make sure that our local law enforcement officers honor the ICE detainer request.
Why are we in a hurry to put every level of government at the disposal of this agency? With their track record, open your eyes.
Lawmakers in the Indiana House did make some changes to the bill, so it returns to the Senate for a vote. Speaking on Capitol Hill today, Kentucky Senator Rand Paul says ICE must focus on restoring the public trust following the shooting deaths of Alex Preddy and Renee Good in Minnesota. The Trump administration today, though, said it was ending operations in Minneapolis. Rand Paul talking to 3 top immigration officials in the Trump administration. He's calling for independent reviews over the use of force and honest accountability.
Many Americans have seen the videos. Many see an individual retreating. Many see someone attempting to assist a woman on the ground before being seized from behind. Reasonable people may disagree about those videos, but the truth must be determined by evidence, not narrative.
Lawmakers asked the officials to explain the actions of the federal agents. Customs and Border Protection Commissioner Rodney Scott told Rand Paul that body-worn camera footage of the killing of Alex Preddy will be made public, quote, when it's appropriate. All new tonight and just posted today, the governor and the coach. A new episode of the Andy Bashir podcast with former UK and U of L coach Rick Pitino. In this new 32-minute interview, Pitino talks about the end of his career at the University of Louisville. Bashir recorded it while he was in New York this week. U of L dismissed Pitino in 2017 following an FBI investigation into a pay-for-play scheme and the stripper scandal 2 years prior. He said this to the governor.
Louisville didn't end quite as well, but I deserved to be fired because my assistant coaches did the wrong thing. And looking back on it, I learned a valuable lesson: who to hire, who to trust, what to believe in. But Louisville was also a great experience for me. It was 17 years.
Pitino, the current coach of St. John's, and Governor Bashir did ask him how this impacts him at St. John's, and he said delegating with people that he trusts. By the way, on the flip side, he describes his 8 seasons at Kentucky as, quote, Camelot, going on to say he never had a bad day in Lexington. All new on the night team, it's new life tonight for an historic building in Nulu. Greenside, a New York-style pizzeria, celebrated their grand opening tonight. The restaurant is on East Main Street, right near North Campbell, right next to the owner's other business, the Gravely Brewery. Greenside is part of a multi-million-dollar redevelopment in the neighborhood. The founder and owner, Nathaniel Gravely, is excited about his new restaurant.
At some point, you kind of want to go down and join the party, and I feel like for us to offer up a cuisine and a style that quite frankly isn't offered very widely down here, it just made a good business strategy.
Gravely Brewing recently moved their tap house from Phoenix Hill to this building on East Main Street. Still to come on the night team, stay with us. Over 60 years of some of the highest tech in the farming industry. A little later, when you can catch the National Farm Machinery Show in Louisville. But first tonight, the latest in the search for Nancy Guthrie as investigators are piecing together clues in her disappearance like a backpack. The FBI raises the reward. New details on the night team.
And looking ahead to this weekend for our Valentine's Day, we'll start off the day in the 30s and top out in the 50s, but rain rolls in late. I'll be timing out that rain and let you know how much we could see here in Kentuckiana. That's coming up in our 7-day forecast. Here's a check of today's Kentucky Lottery jackpots. Mega Millions, $385 million. Powerball, $146 million.
The Kentucky Lottery, funding education for over 1 million Kentucky students.